Hello and welcome back to Wireman's Whimsy. This is our third project using the More Than Autumn bundle. And I have finally gone fall colors. I've got Cajun Craze as the ink and as the card front. And the card front is 5 1/4 by 4, and I've run it through the So Swirly folder. Now this is my first attempt at this one, and I think it could use just a little something. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to use my blending brush, and I've got the wrong one out. I'm going to use my blending brush with the Cajun Craze and just kind of skim over the So Swirly folder just around the edges, and then add a little bit of color to the pumpkin pie. So these are just stamped out of this stamp set and just cut. This is about 1/2 inch wide paper. Yeah, it's about 1/2 inch wide. It's just offcuts. And then I just stamped it and then trimmed it at an angle. So I've got a basic white standard North American card base, and I'm just going to pop that over there. And I want to show you how I did the pie. So I used basic gray, and I just stamped the pie down. So I'm just going to do it on a scrap of paper here. It should be big enough. And then I just colored it in with, I did light crumb cake for the crust. Just colored it in like that. And then I did Cajun Craze light and dark. And what I did is I went around with the dark, and I kind of just went around the edge here, down here, and across here, and then across what would be kind of the top of the slice, just like that. And then I came in with my light Cajun Craze and just filled it in. And then blended just along the edges, like that. What I like about doing this with the blends is that it really starts to look like the variations in the pie filling that you get when you bake a pie. And of course the little whipped cream dollops are the larger stamp with just the small die, cutting them out. So we can just go ahead and build this card. I'm going to take my blending brush and my Cajun Craze, and I'm just going to pop this off to the side. We're just going to put some ink on that, and then I'm just going to kind of go around following the swirls around. It's not going to be a lot of impact because I'm doing it tone on tone, but we will see just a little bit of more definition of color. And I'm just kind of skimming over the top. Sorry, I have to sneeze. So again, just adding that little bit of color. It's really subtle, but it really adds just that bit of depth to it. And now I'm just going to pick up my white pieces of paper and just skim some color along the edge. Don't need a lot of color, just putting a little bit on. And you can really see it when I put it down against the white paper. You can see it. Sometimes it's really subtle when you're actually doing it. But we're just going to add that little bit of color. And I'm not going to do it on the Love You More Than because I think it'll just overwhelm it. But you can absolutely go ahead and do this. And of course you can do it in whatever colorways you like. So I'm just going to grab my adhesive And because this is a 3D folder, I'm going to go all around the edges with the adhesive so the edges don't waffle up. And I like it this way up, so I'm just going to drop that down. And then I think I dimensionalized everything. So I'm just going to turn everything over so that I can dimensionalize it. And I think I just put one on the pie. You could put two if you wanted to. And there we go. And I'm just using sticky strips for the back of this. You could use mini dimensionals as well. So I'm just going to pop this on at an angle. Love you more than. And then we're going to pop this right in the middle like this. And I just put some adhesive on the back of the dollop at the bottom just to hold it on to the piece of pie. So we're just going to do that. And then pop these on. If you've got bling you want to put on, you can. I couldn't really come up with a good version of bling for this, so you could use the leaf die that comes in the set, and it's this one here, and add it to the edges if you wanted to. But I'm just going to leave it like this. So it's a little hard to tell the differentiation, but we've got our plain version, and then we've got the version with the color around the edge and a little bit of definition on the swirls. So I hope you like this. I hope I've inspired you, and I desperately want to make this into lemon meringue pie, but I'm trying to work with fall colors. So thank you so much for watching, and let's create together again soon.